Welcome to the Holy Unraveling, where we stop pretending we're fine and start inviting God into the messy middle. I'm Silvia Farag, therapist, wife, mother. Here we talk about what no one else wants to, the pain, the fears, the unraveling, because I believe that God often begins the deepest transformation right where things fall apart. Today's episode 5, and we're going to talk about negative thoughts. I want to tell you a little story, so a little humbling. The other day I sent a text that said something really vulnerable and private to one of my very good friends. It was thoughtful, but it was impulsive, it was well worded, probably, mature even. But then I watched that little message bubbler disappear. No response. A couple minutes passed, and suddenly my brain was like, all right, let's go over this. I went from, why did I say it like that? Or, oh my gosh, I completely overshared. I shouldn't have sent that. They probably think I'm a lot. This is why I like to keep things to myself. Nothing actually happened, but in my mind, I had already written the sequel, the trilogy, and the tragic ending. And here's the thing, I know better. I'm a counselor, I'm a therapist, right? Which just proves an important point. Insight does not make you immune to your thoughts. Because there's a quiet voice most of us live with all day long. It doesn't shout, it doesn't announce itself, it just narrates. And it tells you what something means before you even had the time to notice what actually happened. Such as, they didn't text me back, I must have done something wrong. Or, I should be further along by now. Everyone else seems to manage this better than I do. Why does this always happen to me? Or, I'm failing even if no one else sees it. The most dangerous thing about this voice is that we don't hear it just as a thought. We hear it as truth. And your voice is the voice you're going to hear the most throughout your life. So today we're going to talk about negative thought patterns. Not in the self-help, just think positive kind of a way, but in a really deeply human, psychological, and spiritual way, because they shape everything. They shape our emotions, our bodies, our relationships, and even our understanding of God. Because what we think does not just stay in our heads, especially me, right? I'm emotional, I'm a thinker, a feeler, and usually what's on my mind comes right out. It becomes how we live. There's a phrase in neuroscience some of you may have heard. Neurons that fire together, wire together. What this means, every time you think a thought repeatedly, your brain strengthens that pathway. Not because it's true, but because it's familiar. Your brain is constantly wiring itself, rewiring itself. This is called neuroplasticity. So when you repeatedly think, I'm behind, I'm too much, this won't change, God's disappointed in me, your brain gets very efficient in going there. Like a trail in the woods, like the more you walk it, the clearer it becomes. Which means negative thoughts don't just affect your mood, they shape perception, expectation, and reaction. This is why it feels like your thoughts are automatic. They've been practiced. In psychology, we talk about something called the CBT triangle, the cognitive behavioral therapy's most foundational framework. It has 3 interconnected parts. Your thoughts become your feelings become your behaviors. What we think shapes what we feel. What we feel influences what we do, and what we do reinforces what we believe. All right, let's make this real. You walk into a room, someone doesn't acknowledge you. The thought might be, they don't like me. That produces a feeling, anxiety, shame, self-consciousness. That feeling leads to behavior. So you kind of withdraw or you become guarded and you replay the moment later. And the next time you enter a room, your brain is already prepared for rejection. Nothing actually changed in reality, but your internal story just shaped your entire experiences. This is how negative thoughts become identity. Here's the compassionate truth. Your brain is not broken, it's just protective. The human brain evolved for threat detection. Negative thoughts tend to feel louder because they served one purpose. If you learned early that mistakes lead to criticism, vulnerability led to rejection, staying alert kept you emotionally safe, then your brain learned to scan, predict, and brace. So when your mind jumps to the worst interpretation, it's not trying to sabotage you. It's just trying to protect you, but with very outdated information. Protection can become a prison, especially when those thoughts go unexamined. This affects our confidence, our self-perception. So I want to talk to you a little bit about perception versus perspective. This is a very crucial distinction. Perception is how something feels in the moment. They didn't say hi to me, they must not like me, or they're talking about me. Perspective is the broader truth that includes, but it isn't ruled by that feeling. Perception says, this feels personal, this feels unsafe, this feels like rejection. But perspective says, what do I actually know? What might I be assuming? Is this familiar because it's true or because it's old? Negative thoughts collapse perspective in a single explanation. They shrink the story. Many people don't really struggle with faith. They struggle with the thoughts that they have attached to God. So thoughts like, God must be disappointed in me. If I were more faithful, I wouldn't feel this way. I should be past this by now. I should get over it. Why do other people hear God more clearly than I do? These are emotional interpretations masquerading as spiritual truth. And just like in CBT, they create a cycle: thought, feeling, behavior. If you think God is disappointed in you, you feel shame for distance, and you withdraw from prayer and honesty and vulnerability from relationship. Not because God left, but because your perception narrowed your perspective. So I like to give you tools. I'm going to give you a little homework. So this is a gentle practice. I want you to name the thought. It's a simple grounding practice, not to fix your thoughts, but to become aware of them, to actually see them. So the next time you feel emotionally activated, pause and ask, what am I telling myself right now? Then add one quiet phrase. I'm having that thought. So for example, I'm having the thought that I'm failing, or I'm having the thought that I'm unlovable, or I'm having the thought that this will never change. That small shift creates space. You are no longer just trapped and stuck inside that triangle, inside that thought. Now you're observing it, okay? And observation is where change begins, neurologically and spiritually. That's the beauty of our brains about neuroplasticity. You can actually rewire your thoughts, but first you have to notice them. In Orthodox tradition, the church fathers speak of a Greek word logismoi, thoughts that visit us. These are distracted thoughts or wrong thoughts. They're not sins simply because they appear. They become harmful when we agree with them or build homes for them, right? When we treat them as truth without discernment. The work is not to eliminate every negative thought. I don't believe in that whole think positive, think positive. The work is to not let them run the story. Christ did not demand perfect thinking. He invites alertness, being aware, wakefulness. You are not your thoughts. You are the one noticing them. And every time you notice without judgment, you are rewiring your brain. So neurons that fire together, wire together. New pathways can be formed, slowly, compassionately. So next time we're going to talk about how you begin replacing these distorted thoughts, not with forced positivity, but with truth that your nervous system can actually receive. Until then, be gentle with your mind. It learned these stories for a reason. And now, with grace, you're learning how to tell a truer one. If this episode resonated with you, Be sure to like it, leave a review, or share it.